Hi, my name is Jackie Chandlers and I make content on all things drag and drag race. And today you are joining me here on YouTube as we review UK Series 6 episode 3. We're 3 episodes deep into the UK now. Let's dive in. Let's start by recapping episode 2 and everything that happened in that episode. So in episode 2 we had a design challenge and we sadly saw Saki Yu leave the competition due to a knee injury, and we saw her leave before the runway, so we never saw her outfit make it on the runway. We had a top 3 of Lil, Chanel and Marmalade, and Lil took the win this week, and we had no elimination as Saki Yu left due to a knee injury. Now, in episode 3, Marmalade spoke to Chanel and the group about the things that Chanel had to say in Untucked last week. And you know what? Marmalade actually done this really well. She attacked it really strong. She did not stutter over anything. She did not stumble. And we did end up getting an apology from Chanel for what she said to Marmalade. Now this week we had a mini challenge, a maxi challenge and a runway. So for the mini challenge, it was called Air the Dirty Laundry, and this felt like it came at the right time after the Marmalade and Chanel situation. So the pit crew came in and there were different clothing items hung out on a washing line, and a queen went up, picked an item and gave it to the queen that felt that description. So the first item was a bra, and that was Perky, and that got given to Zahira. And then we had the weakest person with a pair of underwear that said pants on it, and that got given to Charity. We had a t-shirt that said basic on it, and that went to Zahira. We had a blanket that said a wet blanket, that went to Chanel. We had a pair of shoes, which is the strongest person or stomping on the competition, and that went to Kyron. And then we had a hat that said big headed or big ego, which went to Levoir. Now, with all those hats divvied out, 2 of those people that received a item became the team leaders for the maxi challenge. There was no win for the mini challenge. However, we did see Zahira and Charity become the team leaders for the maxi challenge. This week, their maxi challenge was a British rom-com, and we had 2 teams. So, team 1 was Charity, Xavier, Kiki, Marmalade, and Dita Garbo. And they were team 1, and they got given 40 funerals and a wedding. We then had team 2, which was Levoir, Kyron, Zahira, Lil, Relisa, and Chanel, and they were team 2, and they were Hate actually. With those titles, you can work out what the spin off is. Now, they went off and filmed it with Michelle Visage, and then obviously came back, did the runway, and while they were on the runway, we got to see their videos be played. And you can watch those videos on BBC iPlayer or on our Wow Presents Plus. Under Drag Race UK Series 6 Episode 3, both teams did really good and they worked really well as a team. I love both of them, and I really do hope that they get judged as individuals instead of as a team. So this week, special guest on the runway was Simon Le Bon. And this week, the girls had a runway theme of New Romantic. We got anything from big puffy sleeves to big hair, absolutely everything and everything. The kitchen sink was thrown at this challenge. So we're going to start with Lavoie and we will end with Marmalade. So I loved Lavoie's outfit. I loved the print on the skirt and I love the frilly sleeves that she came out with. Charity's outfit was a really different outfit that we got to see on the runway compared to some of the others. I loved the orange. I loved the silhouette of the outfit and that face covering, and the fact that it was all covered in either rhinestones or gemstones is just amazing, and that must have loads and loads of gemstones on it to make it look as good as it did. Kiki Snatch, I loved the hair, but the outfit seemed quite basic compared to some of the other outfits that we saw on the runway. But Sahira, she did not wear much, so there is not much to comment on. However, I did think the outfit was a bit basic, but I did like the thrills on the top. Actavia, now I really liked Actavia's look. I liked the Prince and Austin Powers vibe in the two. I loved the hair and I loved her makeup. And I do think this is a different vibe to the New Romantic theme that they were given. Kyron's look is absolutely wild and crazy. However, I do like this look and I do like the blue skirt at the bottom that we had. However, this outfit is absolutely mad, but it is 100% Kyron. Zeta came down in a black and white printed outfit, and I really loved this outfit, and I kind of liked the skirt that just went round and kind of stopped just above the knee. Relisa Slaves. Now with Relisa, I loved the draping coming off the sleeves and I loved the bell bottoms that she had on the trousers. Chanel's outfit, I loved the ginger hair that we saw her in, although we have seen ginger a fair bit from her. We saw the ginger hair last week, but I am liking the hair and I like the ties that she made into a skirt. That was really good as well. With Lil, I loved Lil's outfit and I loved the production picture that she put on her Instagram as well. I loved the skirt and the kind of arm sleeves that she had. But this skirt is so good. It's so big and so poofy, and the way it moved around the runway, it was so good. Moving on to Marmalade, I loved the pastel. I loved the military vibe and I loved the pastel wig. It looked so good. And the draping that came off the arms and the little bows on the shoe and the bows on the outfits, all the little details makes Marmalade's outfit so good. This week we are getting running commentary from Lavoie, and her confessionals and some of the stuff that she is saying is really funny and I'm really starting to like her in this series. Lavoie is amazing. Oh, Dita. Dita kind of seemed really quiet in her shell, and if she was struggling this episode, and when they untucked after the runway, she went off to have a moment alone, and Chanel went off to comfort her, which if I was having a moment, Chanel is the last person that I would want to follow me and have the moment. And when LeVar was sat there going, Chanel, 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 oh, she's gone. That bit was so good. But Lisa came back to the group after having a moment alone, and she revealed that it was the anniversary of the death of their mum, and that their mum never saw them in drag. And this week we had a winner of Kyron Thrax, and Kyron took their second badge, and we are only on episode 3. At the bottom we had Dita and Kiki, and their song was Girls on Film by Duran Duran. And eliminated, we saw Zeta Garbo, and as she was walking off that runway to leave, all the girls kept going Dita, Dita, Dada, Dita, 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 Dada, Dita, which, if you don't know, is a line from Dita's song that she did in the talent show. But next week we will have a girl group and a runway. So if you like the type of content that I post on here, you can follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can also catch up with all my episodes on YouTube, and you can see more content that I post on my socials. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next Sunday for a new episode of UK Series 6, Episode 4. And we had some news this week that Down Under Series 4 will be coming back with its new host, Michelle Visage. And I will be posting those videos once that series comes out. So keep an eye on my social media to find out when that will be happening. But you can join me next week for more Drag Race videos here on YouTube. So we'll see you next week. Bye.